It's an electric atmosphere at Vanderbilt with Tennessee supporters filling the Coliseum, knowing that only North Carolina stands between them and another Final Four. The Lady Volunteers came to the Mid-East Regional led by the premier player of the land, whose legend continues to grow. And another pair of Meeks in their first big dance, looking for a legacy of their own. The Vols remain a perfect 10. ACC champion North Carolina found themselves in a slugfest in the semis, but turned to a pair of familiar faces in crunch time, one hoping for a final chance at a championship. Welcome to the NCAA Mid-East Regionals with North Carolina and top-ranked Tennessee shooting for a trip to the Final Four. Good evening, everybody. Mike Patrick along with Ian Myers. It's great to have you with us. If North Carolina has a chance of knocking off undefeated Tennessee tonight, All-American Tracy Reed cannot have a three-point half the way she did the other night against Illinois.
The two-time ACC Player of the Year ended up with 20 points. She had 13 shots in that game. She might have to double it. They're going to have to look for her to get the ball. She's going to have to win it like she did in that game against Illinois.
Tennessee is winning in the tournament by an average of 32 points. Their mission, just keep doing what you're doing.
And they want to get better every game. They want to pick up the intensity level of their defense. They want to be able to score on their breaks and off the steals. So they're just looking to improve every game.
You will get a chance to see two first-team All-Americans tonight, Shamiqua Holtzclaw and Tracy Reed, players that have carried their teams all year long and will certainly be asked to do it again tonight.
How do you...
You have dreams.
At last, your money's about to have every possible financial option open to it.
You want to succeed.
Introducing tailored investment plans from First American.
You hope to retire early.
A banking relationship, a brokerage relationship, and a professionally tailored approach as to how to use them both. To fit your life, to meet your goals.
You need someone to show you the way. Someone you know.
Tailored investment plans from First American. About life, about you.
50 years ago, Ed Reynolds started in the furniture business. Ed's family-owned and operated business has now grown to include 2 locations. Here's Ed to tell you more about Furniture Exchange.
We invite you to shop at the Furniture Exchange stores in Paris, Tennessee. See our selection of fine furniture and appliances at prices you'll want to pay. Buy on easy terms. We carry our own paper. Free delivery. For all you need, see us at the Furniture Exchange stores.
To the Mid-East Regional, North Carolina and Tennessee. Let's take a look at the PERT Plus starting lineups. For North Carolina, Chanel Wright carried the offense against Illinois when Tracy Reed was shut down. The junior had 25 points, far above her 13-7 average. For Tennessee, unanimous All-American Shamiqua Holtzclaw has had great numbers all year, but increased them in the tournament, 27 points and 11.3 rebounds per game. Pat Summitt has done virtually everything in her marvelous career. She is going for a record 6th national title. And Sylvia Hatchell started her career as a graduate assistant for Pat Summitt. Since then, she has won 513 games and the 1994 national title at North Carolina.
Mike, look for this game for defense to set the tempo. In the second half of the Illinois game, North Carolina came out with a lot more intensity, which really was the difference in the game for them. And as we all know, Tennessee will always play intense defense.
Tennessee controlling the opening tip. Kelly Jolly gives it up to Randall, her backcourt mate. First miss inside, and the rebound goes to Nicole Teasley, the ACC Freshman of the Year. Reed ahead of the pack, and North Carolina leads.
I had a chance to talk to Sylvia Hatchell in the tunnel before the game, and she said, we really got to get the boards against this Tennessee team, especially to keep them off the offensive glass.
You can make Tennessee go 1 and out. You've done a great job. Holtzclaw glides into the lane, throws up an air ball. The follow won't go. Good position by catching. She couldn't hit it. Reed in the middle of a 3-on-1. North Carolina converts 2 straight fast breaks.
Tennessee is a team that likes to run, but right now, North Carolina, 2 key defensive boards, and boy, are they kicking it out fast.
Catching. Got it. So tough inside at 6'1".
Talk about a floater where she got that ball in the key and took one step and was right underneath the basket.
They wait defensively at half court. Reed helping against the press. Contact with Wright, who had a great first half last night. She misses, and here comes Holtzclaw. Double team on Catchings, the steal by Wright. North Carolina really trying to push it. Teasley for three. That would have been huge. It would have given them a 5-point early lead. Randall back the other way. Stripped by Wright. Juana Brown will wait for help. Reed wants the ball outside. Catchings cuts her off. Reed fires it up anyway. Missed it badly. Juana Brown with a follow and the rebound. Goes to LaShonda Stevens. This is run and gun basketball. Holtzclaw goes right in and scores to tie it at 4.
You know, I think that play, too, is held by Tracy Reed. She's going down, kind of going after her ankle. She seems to be okay, but she was on the ground, and if she had gotten right back up after her shot, she might have been able to help stop that fast break.
Reed, dangerous pass by Teasley, and a travel on the All-American.
Tennessee is forcing Tracy Reed to get the ball on the outside at the point and handle the ball, keeping the ball out of Nikki Teasley's hands. But here's a nice move by Holtzclaw. She gets hit, but it's a 3-on-1 break, and the wings enable her to make the nice shot.
Kelly Jolly, who was so great in the Final Four a year ago as the point guard. Catchings from outside for a 3.
And look at Randall run it down.
Great hustle. And then Randall tries to take it in a little scoop shot. Tennessee has its first lead.
All it is boxing out. What a pass.
Wright missed the layup after the great feed from Teasley. Jolly back the other way. Catchings goes baseline. Randall. I don't know if you could run with Tennessee.
What a good heads-up play. And Alabama has shown slowing it up. But North Carolina, they've got the athletes and the personnel to maybe run with Tennessee. And this is the kind of game they like to play. Teams in the past we've seen this year, Mike, have not been able to do it. But can the talent on this North Carolina team continue to keep it up for 40 minutes?
Teasley fouled by Randall. Of course, the winner of this game will go into the Final Four to play the winner of Duke, Arkansas. We already have the first half of the bracket. North Carolina State with a huge win over UConn this afternoon. And Louisiana Tech came from behind to beat Purdue. They will meet in one of the semifinals in Kansas City on Friday.
Leon Barmore's team coming back into the Final Four after 4 years off. And you've got to be happy for Kay Yao at NC State. She's just a class woman, and for her to make it to the Final Four for the Wolfpack, it's really exciting.
Reed will get a rest. LaQuanda Barksdale comes in for her. Players are going to need a rest at this tempo.
We talked to the Tennessee coaches before the game and said they've really got to keep an eye on Nikki Teasley because she's the type of player that can go off for a lot of points.
Gaspar comes in for the first time for Juana Brown.
And Teasley has not been 100% all season long because of those knees. She had to miss a month of play.
She had a stomach virus the other day that was affecting her practice schedule. Holtzclaw baseline. Holtzclaw with 4 and a 5-point lead for the Lady Vols.
Sylvia Hampshire talked about mixing these defenses up. You can't go straight man to man on this Tennessee team if they continue to make shots like that.
Jumper is short. Got her own rebound. Did Teasley. Had it knocked out of bounds.
A block by Stevenson, who has really picked up her play in postseason play. They haven't gotten much, I should say, the Lady Vols as far as inside play, but Stevens and Jeter have really done a good job in the postseason.
Jeter has been awesome. Another good rebound to Chanel Wright off the miss from Catchings. Gaspar, beautiful spin move. 2-on-1, and she scores. Jessica Gaspar, the junior from North Dartmouth, Massachusetts.
She's a really good spark off this team as far as North Carolina is concerned to add some scoring punch.
Ace Clement, nice drive. She'll draw the foul. Clement, a point guard with a scorer's mentality as well.
Ace Clement during the season is averaging about 20 minutes a game. She's picked it up 3 more minutes in the NCAA tournament. And a lot of it has to do also with the fact that Kyra Elsie is out. With Kyra Elsie out, as a matter of fact, no emotional lift for Tennessee. She dressed out and warmed up when she has not been in uniform. ACL to an ACL February 5th against Alabama. Just had surgery 4 weeks ago, and she's out there. But it's allowed Ace Clement to improve and get more minutes.
They said she was so excited just for the prospect of being able to go out and warm up with her teammates. Clement, 1 out of 2. Holtzclaw, offensive board. And she missed it. A rare miss from point-blank range. Clement goes after the steal, but knocked it out of bounds. Timeout on the court, 15:22 to go first half. Tennessee by 4.
Timeout. What are you thinking about out here?
I don't know. I just don't think this perm looks natural.
Perm? You think you've got problems? Take a look at these split ends.
Men don't really talk about their hair, but they do want it under control. Pert Plus shampoo has built-in conditioners to give you that control. So until guys want more...
That's it. I'm bringing in Fisher. He's got those nice highlights.
Take control with Pert Plus.
Winning teams know how to put together just the right combination of players. That's what makes the great teams great. It's a concept that's also key to our physical fitness program at the Phoenix. Our physical fitness program teams up the right combination of insurance and investments to put together a financial strategy for the game of life, now and in the future. Phoenix, insurance and investments.
Our congratulations to the 5 women in the country who have separated themselves from the rest of the pack. They are the 1998 Associated Press All-Americans, including 2 repeat performers and 3 first-timers on the list. Holtzclaw, an All-American her first 2 years at Tennessee, and obviously an All-American as well this year. Maybe just about everybody's player of the year.
And Tracy Reed. I kind of disagree with some of those players. I thought some other players in the country had some fabulous years this year, as far as Kristen Focal out at Stanford, and nobody gave credit to Allison Feaster at Harvard. Just really didn't get the recognition.
They break the press beautifully, and Shanika Walker in for the first time gets a bucket. So North Carolina doing a very good job against the defensive pressure.
And both these teams getting back on the transition defense.
Jolly got it to Holtzclaw, short on the jumper, and the rebound to Wanda Brown. Much like Rutgers the other night, North Carolina does not look the least bit intimidated by undefeated and #1 Tennessee. Gaspar forced it up off the window and got it. 4 for Gaspar off the bench. No look pass and a beauty of the miss afterward. The follow is good, but what a great pass by Clement.
It really was a great pass, and that kind of no look, and she's really concentrated on her passing this season, and Pat Summitt has made her concentrate because of the defensive end, but the rebound by Shanika Holtzclaw was super.
Clement doesn't seem to be any danger unless she turns her head. Once she does, you better look out.
What a good backdoor, but they missed the easy layup, and those are the kind of shots that North Carolina's going to have to make.
Gaspar got it inside on the rebound, and then Shanika Walker got it through the foul.
In practice yesterday, Pat Summitt said, look, we've got to be aware of the back door. Here we're going to see on the offensive end, Stevens misses it, but look at Holtzclaw keep the ball up in the air and knows exactly where she is. And on the other end, Kelly Jolly got beat on the back door, and there was no weak side help. And Tennessee yesterday in practice worked specifically on that as far as sagging in and knowing where the back door was going to come from.
Foul was on Holzclaw, her first non-shooting foul. Gaspar having a tough time getting it inbounds. Reed stripped as she went to the lane. Jolly doesn't have the numbers. Baseline jumper, the All-American on fire already. She has 8 of the 15.
She's got the numbers.
All she does. The lead back to 4. Right, really being pressured.
It really is. It's a different defense that Illinois played. Illinois played a zone against them and really sagged things in, packed it in, and forced North Carolina to beat them from the outside.
Shot clock is at 6.
Tennessee's forcing them to penetrate.
Offensive rebound to Reed, knocked away from her and taken by Holzclaw.
Tracy Reed frustrated because she feels she's going up with shots and not getting calls. They're going to call travel.
Randall walk. Catchings will come back in, and Jeter will come in.
And very quietly, Shamiko Holzclaw calling for the ball, and they give her a nice pass down in the block, and she has such a good leaping ability. We talked about her shot selection early on. It enables her, as far as her teammates, to get open because of where they are on the floor.
Bad pass and a steal, and they get it right back, and it goes the other way.
The pressure defense by the Lady Vols. North Carolina getting frustrated. Sylvia Hatch was trying to send some subs in. The benches are up to the end. And this was a good point that Tennessee had made, that they have been here. They've won 7 straight times here at this Vanderbilt building. They know how to get subs in quickly because they've been aware of how to do it. There you see the turnover where other teams come in and they got to send subs in. It might take them another whistle to get in.
Holzclaw with a miss, the long rebound to Walker. Sylvia Hatchell wasted no time to get Teasley back in the ballgame, and Wright walks.
Chanel Wright coming off a big game where she had 25 points against Illinois and just really has not gotten into the flow of the offense because of this man-to-man defense.
Half a dozen turnovers in a little over 7 minutes for North Carolina. Nice entry pass by Jeter, and Holzclaw with another bucket. She has 10.
Well, North Carolina had Nicole Walker at 6'3" guarding Shamiko Holzclaw, and Holzclaw just went right around her. Walker was looking up the other way, didn't know where she went to. It was like hide and seek.
Reed takes it outside, dishes in for the easy layup. Nice play by Reed, and Chanel Wright gets the easy deuce. Reed showing she can pass as well as score. Jeter, offensive foul. Partisan Tennessee crowd didn't like the call, but it was a good one.
This is nice pass between the hands of Tracy Reed right there, but Nicole Walker was just faked completely out of position. You see her back turn and good control by Shamiko Holzclaw. And that's what we talked about her game last year. And she has matured so much and thinks the game so much like Pat Summitt does that it's effortless.
17-13, 11:57 to go first half. Teasley, pull-up jumper, pretty play by Nikki Teasley from Frederick, Maryland. Foul away from the ball, it's going to be on Wright for a hold. Her first, and the second team foul against North Carolina here in the half. Timeout with 11:43 to go. North Carolina hanging with Tennessee.
From the family of minivans that have won more total awards than any other, with an available 4th sliding door, standard air conditioning, roomy 7-passenger seating, and easy-out roller seats. With all this, you may think it's one of the most expensive minivans you can buy, but it's not. It's the lowest priced minivan you can buy. Plymouth Voyager. Now get $1,000 cash back on Grand Voyager, only at your Chrysler and Plymouth dealer.
There's a company out there in the business of moving things. It's not a trucking company. It's not a shipping company. And it doesn't carry packages overnight. It's a company in the business of moving ideas. Via long distance, wireless, video, internet, airphone, the directories and local telephone lines. What's the name of this company? Well, it begins with G, and it ends with GTE.
I always knew it was a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Fortunately, she was dressed for the occasion.
Lee riveted flares, the new look of Lee.
17-15, Tennessee. The last of the final four teams will be decided tonight on ESPN when Duke takes on Arkansas. Both teams looking for their first ever Final Four, and out west, it has been one surprise after another.
Well, it really has, and really, if you're an ACC fan, it hasn't been for Duke. They ended up winning the ACC regular season with a 13-3 record, and Nicole Erickson's been playing super. On the other hand, Arkansas finished 6th in the SEC, tied with LSU, and it really has been playing well in the tournament, surprising a lot of people, and Gary Blair's team is just keep plugging along.
Reed getting another breather on the sideline. She's been helping against the press, a very good ball handler. Clement, nice inbounds catchings with a layup.
Well, that's what you want, is a quick shot out of a timeout, a quick basket like that. They just ran it to perfection.
Right, here comes the trap, taken away by Catchings. She's grabbed from behind, no whistle. Catchings was actually tripped. Clement left alone from the corner. Air ball on a three, knocked out of bounds by Holtzclaw.
Tennessee also coming out of that timeout, Mike, trapping at the half court. As an offensive player, do not put the ball behind your head. And that's where Tamika Catchings grabbed the ball, and somebody's got to be happy about the defensive effort that her Lady Vols are giving. Always keep the ball in front of you.
Reed knocked away. Catchings got a hand on it. Sometimes when you look at superstars, you don't look so much at their defense because your eye goes other places. But Catchings can certainly play defense.
She has really good footwork for somebody that size, can go outside and inside.
Reed, great control, got it in the lane, a little hopped, and put it down. She has 4. Tennessee attacking. Holtzclaw is fouled.
Tracy Reed upset. She feels she got all ball. She's frustrated. She feels she's not getting called, but she looks like she comes up with a big block, but they make a nice lob pass inside. She just steps behind the defense for the shot and then came down on the other floor. That we talked about North Carolina. They've got to get back on the transition defense because Tennessee is the type of team that can take the ball out very quickly after a made basket.
They gave the foul to Nicole Walker, her second, so I think Reed was correct in her assessment that she had blocked that shot. Holtzclaw just so smooth at everything she does. She already has a dozen in 9 minutes. If she could go off, she's had 30 or more 6 times this year. I think if they let her play all 40 minutes, she could get about 60.
And she could probably break Bridget Gordon's record of all-time scoring in the NCAA tournament.
That's right.
She has to average about 30 points for these next 3 games. She could do it.
I wouldn't want to bet against her getting 30 a game. Teasley with the shot clock down to 6. Gets it off to Wanna Brown, and she knocks down the jumper. The Tar Heels hitting some big shots. The first bucket for Wanna Brown. As the season goes along, Clement getting more and more minutes at the point. She has the ball now. Catchings goes baseline to Randall, Holtzclaw tries a longer shot with a miss. Brown gets it out to right. Teasley wants to set the offense. Tennessee crowd getting a little restless here. Brown, shot clock down to 6. Doesn't get the roll, and the rebound goes to Jeter. Randall pull-up jumper. What a rebound effort by Catchings inside. She saved it. Holtzclaw baseline. She has missed some shots she would normally bury, and North Carolina knocked it out of bounds.
And Tamika Catchings, you can't keep down. She is so strong. I'm just looking to see what she's going to be after weight program being at Tennessee next season as far as how she's going to be cut with her arms. She'll be even stronger, but look at the position she gets. She lays there a little bit, but she doesn't stay down very long.
Tremendous effort to save the ball. Randall gets it over to Clement. Reed with a rebound. She wants to run. 3-on-1 as they really beat Tennessee back. A lot of body contact, no call. Gaspar tries to save it, and they're certainly letting them play.
Well, they are, and you like to see that. And Tracy Reed frustrated, not making some shots, going on the left side. Really didn't give herself enough angle. It was a 2-on-1 situation. But give credit to Clement as far as getting back on defense. Here she hustles down, and this is the difference between Tamika Catchings. She'd be taking that ball down left-handed. She tries to go for the fake, but doesn't use the left hand to go up for the shot.
I thought Clement was sliding the whole time and got her, and normally you have to protect the shooter. They did not.
There was body contact, but I think it's a good one call, too.
Nice defense inside to knock it away twice by Shanika Walker. Jeter, good pass to Holtzclaw. She has it taken away by Gaspar. Then a fight for it. Now comes Teasley. Teasley, pull-up jumper. Missed it. Reed tried to keep it alive. Knocked outside. That foul is going to be on Catchings. Instead, they'll call it on Walker. Ooh. Catchings was really upset. She was sure it was on her. And she was the one who really sliced down with her arm, and that's when the whistle blew.
It was a really exciting exchange by both teams. Both teams came up empty, but you can tell that neither team is going to leave anything when they go into the locker room. It's all going to be left out on the floor, I should say.
No quarter asked and none given. They are really banging each other. Holtzclaw. Uncharacteristically off. Teasley. Great pass to Warner Brown, but a little strong. She couldn't save it. She did save it, rather. Got it back in, and it's knocked out of bounds.
Well, the heck, they can't believe no fouls are being called for her team, but they can't hear her. She's on the other side.
The tempo is really up and down. We'll be back in a moment.
You have dreams.
At last, your money's about to have every possible financial option open to it.
You want to succeed.
Introducing tailored investment plans from First American.
You hope to retire early.
A banking relationship, a brokerage relationship, and a professionally tailored approach as to how to use them both to fit your life, to meet your goals.
You need someone to show you the way. Someone you know.
Tailored investment plans from First American. About life, about you.
50 years ago, Ed Reynolds started in the furniture business. Ed's family-owned and operated business has now grown to include 2 locations. Here's Ed to tell you more about Furniture Exchange.
We invite you to shop at the Furniture Exchange stores in Paris, Tennessee. See our selection of fine furniture and appliances at prices you'll want to pay. Buy on easy terms. We carry our own paper. Free delivery. For all you need, see us at the Furniture Exchange stores.
Vanity mirror and said to myself, sister, you're playing in the NCAA tournament, not some little game with the gals. Oops, sorry. You rock, girl! Bring tears to my eyes. And I'm crying because of my jump shot, crossover teammates, my beautiful skin. Win or lose, baby, you got soul.
The NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament. The Final Four begins Friday at 7 and 9 on ESPN.
North Carolina within 2 points of undefeated Tennessee with 7:57 to go in the the first half, and the North Carolina program is just thrilled to welcome back assistant head coach Andrew Calder, who was at the ball game tonight. He had been in the hospital since the 30th of January with a variety of ailments, and they finally determined that he had an infected heart valve, had open heart surgery on the 2nd of March. He'd been out of the hospital for 2 days. And Annie, you said he was working while he was in the hospital.
He had tapes filed so he could break down the teams and go over plays and everything. And I had a chance to talk to him. I said, okay, coach, what do they have to do? And he said, we cannot allow Tennessee to get layups off the steals. We have to take care of the basketball and get back on defense off those steals.
Gaspar out of the corner for three. It's an air ball. Gaspar and Jolly go sprawling. Holds claw back the other way. Randall. Tennessee is missing shots they normally put away.
And a lot of jump shots in the break, not layups.
North Carolina can tie with a bucket here. Brown. Both teams have gone cold, and boy, has it gotten physical, and this is going to be another foul on Walker.
Summit from the official stage. Sylvia Hatcher down on the other end is also concerned about how physical things are getting. Sometimes when you let them play, though, there's a lot of banging. And
they'll take as much as you allow them to take. Tennessee has missed 8 in a row. That's 2 fouls on Shanika Walker. There's the lob, and that would have been an impossible catch for anybody.
That would have been fun to see. Coming down with that. That's like one of those volleyballs. From the middle hitter coming around to the side, just leaping up, and look at her take off. Nice pick up high. A little too much out of her reach.
Didn't have a chance to spike that one. The Tennessee fans trying to get their team inspired here.
North Carolina has Reed and Teasley out of the game.
Where does the offense come from? Gaspar forced that one up, no whistle. The follow is good, and we've got a tie as Chanel Wright has 4. Carolina playing very well here in the first half.
And they're running with it, Mike.
Missed that one badly. Gaspar with the save goes down to the floor. Jolly over top of her, and they get it out. Barksdale was ahead of the pack. She wanted the ball. They didn't find her. Walker too strong with a jumper, maybe out of her range. They don't look for her to score.
I tell you, I would have knee pads on in this game.
I'd have shoulder pads.
Elbow pads, anything else.
Reed's going to come back in at the next dead ball. Randall put it up and in. Double team at the baseline. Got it anyway. Teasley and Reed will both come back in.
The thing that Tennessee is doing well in their half-court game, Mike, is that they're getting the ball to their post players as they're cutting. The defense is not able to get in position quick enough, so they're getting good perimeter passes.
Randall has half a dozen, and Tennessee has a 2-point lead again. If you didn't think women's basketball was physical, hello. They are drilling each other. Right double team gets 3. Stolen by Jolly, the catcher. What great anticipation by Kelly Jolly. And they throw another one away. 20-second timeout for North Carolina. And there are presses. And then there's the time when you turn it up a notch. And they did it.
North Carolina, looking to run, has to continue, Mike, to stay poised. They're looking to pass the ball down floor, but they've got to realize where the defense is. Kelly Jolly is not close enough to Tracy Reed. Look at Tracy Reed. Look at how far back Kelly Jolly is. Make the defense commit to you. Tracy Reed could have kept dribbling up the court, but makes a great defensive play, and you see the support from the bench by Shamika Holsclaw and her teammates. And Kelly Jolly, who doesn't probably get enough credit on this team, is the leader that makes things happen.
Defense has keyed this tournament run as it has their success all year long. Look at the turnovers and the points they score off of those turnovers. That's the key to the huge margins they've racked up against people. Four-point burst, and Tennessee is up by 4.
They're saying Randall never got out of the key, so it's a turnover for North Carolina. They need to take advantage of it, though. Here's the press.
7th Tennessee turnover.
You'd think we were in Knoxville.
Can't be more than a couple of hundred North Carolina fans here. This place is all orange.
Well, they have the blue trim, so North Carolina's got to hope that that trim is for them a little bit.
Reed down low, backing in. There's the double team, and she is fouled. Jolly in front and Randall behind. And it's going to be Kelly Jolly with the person. It's her first, only the team's 4th.
Sorry, Mike. Earlier, Tracy Reed was being guarded by Tamika Catchings, and now there's a switch off with Randall. In the good post-up, you see the double, triple team come down, and Reed going above, and Randall getting called for the foul. We'll see how long that matchup stays.
Reed may be the only hole in her game. She is not a very good free throw shooter, only 60.9%. She led the ACC in scoring 3 years in a row. Missed them both. Clement trying to push it. Didn't find anything and brought it back out. Nice decision. Randall in the lane.
This is where Tennessee is tough. You look at Tamika Randall at 5'10". She is posting up. She's going down low, bringing Catchings out as a three-point shooter. So they're taking the small players inside, and there's not big players inside defensively for North Carolina.
Reed wants Teasley to come out and take the ball. Teasley guarded by Clement. Shot clock at 7. Teasley with a tough drive. The ball spun out. Offensive foul on Teasley. And what a job by Randall to hold her spot underneath.
Nikki Teasley, who's been sitting on the bench quite a bit, just makes a nice move inside. Look at Randall come out for help. She knows she's already up in the air to take the charge. Randall, who was a big offensive player in high school, averaged 32 points, also can do it on the defensive end.
And most high school players don't play defense, but when you get to Tennessee, if you don't play defense, you don't play at all. And they all had to learn it.
And Nikki Teasley, who was the ACC Freshman Player of the Year this year, as Tamika Catchings was for the SEC.
Tennessee has broken open a tie ball game, 4:36 to go until halftime.
Matter of fact, coming into the season, a lot of people have picked Nikki Teasley as the preseason Freshman Player of the Year, but Tennessee's got a few. Good defense.
Reach in and steal by Walker. Very good job of playing the passing lane. Stolen back by Randall. The 11th turnover for the Tar Heels. We are told that Jessica Gaspar from North Carolina has gone to the locker room to have a cut on her head taken care of. Randall with a drive couldn't hit it. And a foul underneath. Let's see who picks it up for the Heels as Jeter was going for the rebound.
You know,
it'll be Reed.
I'm sorry, Mark. Both these teams are just really hitting the glass. And the one thing you cannot forget is to box out. Both these teams like to jump, and so you're going to bang bodies. But if you stay on the ground and have somebody jump on your back, in the box-out situation, you have a better chance of getting the basketball. You talked about turnovers. North Carolina against Illinois only turned the ball over 14 times, 5 in the second half. And with 11 turnovers already in this first half, I'm sure that will be concern in the second half for Sylvia Hatch's team.
Jeter has set a school record single-season blocks with 80 this year. We saw her block 5 the other night. She was just terrific. Wonderful timing.
She started early on in the season in a few games, and then Pat Summitt has just really stuck with LaShonda Stevens and with Jeter coming off the bench. It's a great 1-2 punch. Again, they don't get a lot of points out of that position, but they create so many diversions against an opponent on what they're going to do defensively.
Holtzclaw getting an extended break. This is the biggest lead for Tennessee. They are now in the 1-1. Jeter makes them both. She's got those goggles down. She's got her James Worthy look going, the way she posts up inside. And here's the pressure again. Reed trying to beat it with a dribble. Got away with a carry, I thought. Then goes into the lane. Hit the bucket.
That's a tough shot right there. And look at how quickly the Lady Vols come back.
They just won't let you rest. You don't hustle back on defense. That layup is right there.
You're supposed to wrestle offense.
Jeter, got it. Jeter has scored 4 in a row. Wright will wait for help as they threw over top of the press that time.
Look at Tamika Catchings out there. She's just all over you.
Wright got by her, missed the shot, got the rebound, and put it in.
Good
Wright with 4.
Really was good persistence by Wright going after her, because Catchings on the defensive end, she makes you rough. Nice steal.
Taken away by Teasley. She goes in against Clement, knocked out of bounds, and it's out to Tennessee. And Teasley can't believe there was no call. Clement says, I got the ball.
Cat Semmett says that's why Clement's getting more playing time, but it would help if Teasley used 2 hands going up for the shot, not just one.
And Teasley just lost that one out of bounds.
You know the workers who carried on their backs the promise of a better world, who selflessly risked their lives for their jobs, who took pride in knowing their sweat and muscle helped build this country we call America. Well, we went back and took their pants. Reintroducing the original Lee Carpenter pant. Lee riveted dungarees, the new look of Lee.
How do you separate knowledge from noise? Call Invesco. 38 no-load funds, 65 years experience, a global perspective. You should know what Invesco knows.
It is 180 degrees from expected. It is a leather-trimmed interior. And now, it ties as J.D. Power and Associates' most appealing minivan. The new Chrysler Town & Country LXI. Built on the belief that great cars appeal to a more passionate side. And now, it's available with $1,000 cash back or a very special low lease rate. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars.
Tennessee leading by 6, and Ann, you thought this was a freshman mistake on the last play.
Very talented player, Mike, Nikki Teasley. I think she goes up 1 hand, doesn't protect the ball. You see Clement come across. I think, 1, you don't get a foul. 2, you don't get a free throw. And 3, you don't get the ball out of bounds. She kind of hangs it out there with 1 hand. You've got to create contact, and that's inexperience and also maybe in conditioning because of the fact that she's been out a lot with her knees.
North Carolina actually out shooting Tennessee, but they have committed more turnovers and have a 2-point lead in fast break points. Holtzclaw spent a lot of time on the bench, has 12 points.
Also, North Carolina is leading in rebounding 17-16.
They have done most of the things you would say they had to do to make it a game, and still they're down by 6. Just shows you how good Tennessee is. And they hit those little bursts that you played so well and stayed with them, and then they kill you. Another good rebound by Reed. That's 6 boards for Tracy Reed so far. Teasley gets the screen. Looking at the shot, bodies flying. Reed went down like she was hit by a shotgun. The miss by Brown. Fight for the rebound. Out of bounds off of North Carolina. And Wanda Brown and Teasley had better be careful. They are really woofing at the referees just about after every play. And they're getting a lot of big stares, too.
It's a freshman backcourt. I thought Wanda Brown had reason to that time. She gained a nice move to the basket, but coming back, I thought it was North Carolina's ball. But also, you talked about, you know, as far as the stares and woofing, you don't want to get a technical because now it's a personal foul.
Loose ball saved and then lost. Good hustle that time as LaShonda Stevens got it, but Jolly couldn't hold it.
And that's a rule I don't like because it was made, put in last year because of the men and their actions out on the floor. And I don't think the women have reached that stage of the men that they should get a personal foul for a technical foul.
Bank shot won't go for Brown. Randall hustles it back. It's a 1-on-3. She'll take it anyway. Reed with a rebound. Jolly nearly got the steal. Here comes Teasley. It has been a frantic pace. Brown with a set shot out of the corner. She missed it. Catchings with a rebound.
Open shots, you got to knock them down.
This is the kind of game you would have loved to play in, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's why I said I'd have my knee pads on out there. I'd be on the floor. Don't have to worry about that now. Thank goodness.
You can still do it.
That's why my knees are shot. But just watching this game, it's exciting because it's a fun game.
Shot clock's at 3. Randall from outside. And the foul will go against Tennessee on the rebound. Today's Chrysler student of the game, Nicole Walker from North Carolina. And on behalf of Nicole Walker, Chrysler is proud to donate $1,000 to the North Carolina General Scholarship Fund. A 3.8 grade point average. Foul was on Holzclaw, her second. You were probably a good student, too, weren't you?
I was average. I won't lie. I was average.
Well, you still beat me.
I would have liked to have been below average, huh?
Oh. Well, if you don't go to class, it's tough to get up to average. Chanel Wright with a runner. Wright has 8 in the first half. She was huge in the first half yesterday, or day before yesterday, and it's 31-27. The lead cut to 4. How do you assess the first half so far? It does not look like Tennessee is dominating.
The intensity level of both teams has been very high. I think Tennessee has control in spurts, but North Carolina has not gotten out of it, even though they've turned the ball over, even though they haven't gotten some shots that have made or the ball called out of bounds. I really like the way North Carolina has stayed focused, and a key is, I think, on the boards, and they're kicking it out. They're not hitting great outside shots. I think the defense by both teams has been strong, and that's why it's such a close game.
Catchings nearly had it taken away by Barksdale. Clement trying to penetrate. Knocked away by Reed. Picked up by Walker. She's hacked from behind by Catchings.
The Tar Heels defensively did a nice job sagging in the middle and taking away that baseline pass that Clement just got caught on and had to throw it somewhere.
That was the 16th foul, so they don't shoot yet, and they can hold for the final shot with 29-4 on the game clock.
And we'll see if their players are aware of that.
Barksdale helping out against the press. This is Wright. She lost it. Coming back, Randall, 2-on-2. Randall blocked by Barksdale. Well, they're throwing up some defense. Reed was wide open down court, and they missed it. Teasley. Reed missed it. And Barksdale will be called for the foul with 3.3 seconds, and that'll send Tennessee to the line. Coming up on the Lee Jeans halftime report, Robin, Mimi, and Rebecca. They'll bring you up to date on the big win for North Carolina State, as well as Louisiana Tech coming from behind to beat Purdue. That's one half of the Final Four. We'll have 3 of the 4 here for you tonight in the Mid-East.
A tough break for the Tar Heels. They had an opportunity, and Sylvia Hatchell knows it, to score 2 points and to cut the lead. And LaQuanda Barksdale really got, as soon as she went up in the air, she knew she was done for.
They could have cut the lead to 2. Instead, Samika Randall can make it 6. She'll go for her 10th.
One shot. Big game against Rutgers where she had 17 points and 13 rebounds.
33-27. 3.3 seconds to go. Really, they're going to have to throw it long to have any chance. And it's picked by Randall. She gets off the shot. Good if it goes. Tennessee so good on defense. Tracy Reed has been held to 6 first-half points. She was held to 3 the other night, ended up with 20. Holtzclaw, just about half of her average, with a dozen in the first half as she walks off with Pat Summitt. It's a 6-point lead for number 1 and undefeated Tennessee. Let's join Robin Roberts.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. It's Oscar night in our marquee matchup, living up to its billing, but is that a basketball game or a track meet we're watching?
I'll tell you what, an incredible pace. And I'll tell you what else. North Carolina, we've seen a lot. Okay, you didn't leave me in right, all right? So just make fun of me. Anyway, North Carolina, we've seen a lot of emotion with this North Carolina team. But there's a fine line between that emotion helping you and it hurting you. They have to be careful that they don't let that emotion take them out of the game.
We need to take you out of the game, I think. And Shamiqua didn't need to worry about taking herself out of the game because Pat took her out. She had 12 points, but she looked a little bit frustrated. Some of her shots that she would normally make weren't going in, and so that's exactly what you need as a player, for the coach to take you out, settle you down, let you watch it a little bit, and get back into your game.
Yeah, and for the record, I did lead you in. I told you I was going to say it. We have the script there. I told you that. You just dropped the ball for once. Coming up on the Lee Jeans, she's blushing. Coming up on the Lee Jeans halftime report, 2 are already going to Kansas City. NC State, for the first time ever, going to the women's Final Four. And Louisiana Tech is headed back as well. That and much more when we come back.
ESPN's presentation of the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Chrysler, engineered to be great cars, and by Nike, proud to support women's hoops.
What if your car slips off the road in Slippery Rock? Or you need the name of a mechanic in Mechanicsville? Well, if your car is insured by State Farm, just look up the local State Farm agent. Almost anywhere you travel, whether it's a big metropolis or just a little one, a good neighbor is always nearby to help. So if your car gets stolen in Thief River Falls, or you have some trouble in Paradise, hey, don't worry about it. State Farm is there.
There are cars that are built to appeal to your passionate side and to your practical side. For the passionate, cab-forward design, argent aluminum wheels, air, multi-valve V6, and at no extra charge, a new leather-trimmed interior with an 8-way power driver's seat. For the practical side, the new Chrysler Cirrus LXi is just $18,995. Loaded. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars.
On the bus, everyone was thinking it, but no one would say it. "49 games in a row. Visiting team has gone home in tears." Some say it's because the refs are afraid to call foul. Some say the rims are funny, and it's 100 degrees inside. Before the game, Katie said, "Bet there are ghosts in this building." Shauna said, "Let's send those ghosts home in tears."
This halftime report is presented by Lee Jeans, the new look of Lee.
And welcome once again to the Lee Jeans halftime report. And at the half, the Tennessee Lady Vols leading North Carolina by 6 points. Earlier action today here on ESPN, the East Regional Final, NC State and UConn. Cassidy Melvin down low. She surpassed 2,000 points in a career in this game. Paige Sauer tried to keep the Huskies in at the hoop and the foul. She only had 11 points, tied the game at 44 all, but then late in the second half, NC State, Tanisha Lewis, just a freshman, and The Connecticut Huskies are upset by the Wolfpack women winning their first ever regional final, the first time they were there, and they're headed to the Final Four for the first time in school history. They held Connecticut to 19-56 from the field. Purdue and Louisiana Tech, Yukari Fig for Purdue, and they led at the half by 5. Louisiana Tech would come back in the second half. Tamisha Jackson, the three-pointer. Lady Techsters up by 3, then Tech puts it away. TJ, the pump fake, hits it. She had 16 points. Louisiana Tech goes on to win 72-65. That's Elisa Burris. She did not want to be a part of the first Tech senior class to miss out on a Final Four. She does not. 17 points and 16 rebounds for the Midwest Regional MVP, Elisa Burris. And now a tale of the tape. First, let's talk with Nancy Lieberman-Klein.
One player, Quan Stallworth, played like we should play. And without Quan Stallworth in the first half, we'd have been down 15. But she showed the heart and determination that the rest of our team needed, and I told them that, and it wasn't very pleasant, I'll be honest with you.
Well, in the second half, it seemed that the intensity level on defense picked up. You were able to create some points in transition, and also you got on the glass.
Well, Figs and White are great basketball players. It's very difficult to guard them. But to me, the intensity level of the rest of our team, I thought in the first half we played to lose, not to win. Second half, totally different, as you saw.
All right, well, let's take a look at a tale of the tape. These two teams will meet in the first semifinal on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can see that NC State outscored its opponents by 12 points. Louisiana Tech almost by 30. Only the Lady Vols outscored their opponents by more. And Mimi, how do you see this matchup?
I'm going to get this one right, okay? I see this matchup as Louisiana Tech needing to defend a more balanced attack with NC State. They have much better balance with the inside and outside attack as opposed to what they saw against Purdue. For NC State, they're going to have to take care of the basketball because although that Tech defense wasn't as intense at times as we're used to, they still caused 23 turnovers by Purdue.
They do need to take care of the ball, and then when they get it into the half-court set, they need to be able to make their shots. Against Connecticut, they only shot 37%. They're going to need to shoot a lot better than that. Also, they're going to have a big height advantage inside, especially once Summer Erb gets there. If she and Chastity Melvin can get the high-low game going like they did against Old Dominion, will you stop laughing at me? They will have a good chance against Louisiana Tech.
And again, that will be our first semifinal matchup, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN, and we'll be in Kansas City for that game. We cannot wait. Our score at the half, Tennessee leading the North Carolina Tar Heels by 6, 33-27. Come on back. I can tell.
Anything else?
No. Yes. No. Well, maybe. If you're not busy, maybe we can go get a cup of coffee.
Lee riveted. The new look of Lee.
My brother is stubborn.
I'm not.
Won't try anything.
Not true.
Broccoli.
Too green.
Karaoke.
Too hokey.
Then I said try 10-3-2-1.
Too new.
Saves cash on every call in the U.S.
Every call?
Quick or long.
How much?
50% off calls over 20 minutes.
Half price?
Great international rates, too.
I can call Paris?
Oui, monsieur.
Right now?
Don't have to switch phone companies.
Right here?
Just dial 10-3-2-1, then the number as usual.
This is easy. Why didn't I try this sooner? Don't push your luck.
Stubborn.
I take the position as being a role model very seriously, and I look forward to it every day. It's a challenge, and I like that challenge, and I accept it.
When we choose to be an athlete, we choose to be a good role model. I think the two go hand in hand.
And with the accolade, with the respect, and with the honor, and with the prestige that comes with being an athlete, there's also responsibility. I think that it's a fair exchange.
Basketball requires constant decision-making. Off the court, making decisions is just as crucial. When faced with the decision to use drugs, I'll pass. Drugs can kill many things, a career, a mind, even you. So what should you say when someone offers you drugs? Try this. Thanks, but I'll pass.
If you or someone you know needs help or information concerning drug abuse, call this toll-free number, 1-800-662-HELP. This message provided by the NCAA.
Welcome back, everyone. In the West Regional Final tonight, it'll be Arkansas and Duke. Now, few people are surprised that Duke is in the Elite Eight. I'm not surprised because Mimi didn't pick them, so I knew they were a lock to get this far.
You had to set me up like that, didn't you?
Absolutely.
And that's the truth. You know, my picks, who knows about my picks, but I got to tell you, this Duke team has been incredibly impressive. Probably the most impressive of any of the West Region teams. The reason being their balance. They have so much balance inside and outside. If one player isn't stepping up, they've got several to choose from, no matter what the position. Gail Gessencourt in the game the other night, when Van Gorp was not doing well in the beginning of the game, she had 3 other post players to rotate in there until she found the right combination.
And defensively, Duke is going to need to find a way to stop Arkansas from shooting the 3-pointers. Arkansas is jacking up 17 a game, and Wendy Willis has really come off the bench and played well for Arkansas so far. She came in, she hit 6 threes in the game versus Harvard, and then she had 4 versus Hawaii. And when Duke played Florida, they allowed Florida to get 8 of those 3-pointers off. So the shot will be there. We need Willis to come off screens, set herself up with a dribble like she did right there, and hit those 3-pointers for Arkansas to have a good chance.
Arkansas is a number 9 seed in the West. They're having a great time. No one expected them to get this far, and then the number 9 seed, they could be the lowest seed ever to advance to the Final Four. But they've got Duke standing in the way, and that game is coming up at midnight Eastern. Our score at the half, the Lady Vols leading by 6. We'll talk about the second half when we come back.
Looking for something new, hot, something that's rocking the world of country music? Then tune into GAC, Great American Country.
The Country Music Video Channel.
GAC, it's more music.
With fewer interruptions.
And the hot artists and videos that are burning up today's country. GAC, we bring you the stars. You can find Great American Country right here on Cablevision Communications.
"50 years ago, Ed Reynolds started in the furniture business. Ed's family-owned and operated business has grown to include 2 locations. Here's Ed to tell you more about Furniture Exchange.
We invite you to shop at the Furniture Exchange stores in Paris, Tennessee. See our selection of fine furniture and appliances at prices you'll want to pay. Buy on easy terms. We carry our own paper. Free delivery. For all you need, see us at the Furniture Exchange stores.
Will be on their way to San Jose in 1999. Make your plans now for next year's Women's Final Four. To receive an official ticket application, write to NCAA Women's Final Four, P.O. Box 410619, Kansas City, Missouri 64141-0619. Tickets will only be sold by a random drawing of applications, and applications must be received by midnight of May 15th, 1998. This message provided by the NCAA.
Back here on the Lee Jeans halftime report, NC State and Louisiana Tech are going on to Kansas City. They'll play at 7 p.m. Eastern here on ESPN in the first national semifinal, and the winner of our next 2 games will meet at 9:30 Eastern in the nightcap. And both North Carolina and Tennessee would love to get there to Kansas City. The second half is coming up, and boy, if it's anything like the first half, get some rest.
Yeah, it's with how fast the pace was in the first half, I think conditioning is going to play an important part in the second half. So that where it might be key that Shamika Holtzcott did get a chance to rest. Tracy Reed got a chance to rest. It'll be interesting to see how the coaches use maybe some of their timeouts or substitutions around the television timeouts to give their kids a chance to rest.
And with pace being such an important factor in this game, I think taking care of the ball is going to be the key factor in the second half to see who's successful. They have to make sure they play at their own speed, not Tennessee playing at North Carolina's or vice versa. Whoever takes care of the basketball, they both have double-digit turnovers right now. They're going to be successful.
For the way North Carolina began the first half, running with that kind of speed, I don't think Tennessee had seen that kind of speed this season at all. We're at the half with Tennessee leading by 6. We'll get back to Nashville, Tennessee for the second half when we come back. Stay with us.
You know the workers who carried on their backs the promise of a better world, who selflessly risked their lives for their jobs, who took pride in knowing their sweat and muscle helped build this country we call America. Well, we went back and took their pants. Reintroducing the original Lee Carpenter pant, Lee Riveted Dungarees, the new look of Lee.
Brooks Brothers Eyewear by Luxottica. What do you want people to see?
I want you to see wisdom. Yeah, lucky man.
I want you to see that tradition doesn't have to be traditional.
Let them see you in Brooks Brothers Eyewear by Luxottica.
This is for my family, who said there isn't anything I can't do. And for myself.
Well, who believes it?
People aren't going to call and order ESPN, the magazine, just because we put a toll-free number on the screen. Make it classy, but big. Simple, but bold. Get a move across the screen. Forget the movie. You follow? Details, damn it. The reader wants details. The predictions, the prognosis, the lowdown, the scoop. Don't tell me what has happened. Tell me what's going to happen. I'm behind this desk for one reason. I know how to light up a switchboard. It's $1 an issue. That's 67% off the newsstand price. 67%. 67%. It's $1 an issue. How many issues? There are 52 weeks in a year. We're bi-weekly. You do the math. This T-shirt we're giving away. Is it 100% cotton? Is it 100% cotton? Is it 100% cotton? Good. No blemish. Cotton breeds. What's my prize? To create the greatest sports magazine ever. And when someone says to me, it's impossible, it can't be done, I consider that my personal invitation to succeed. Buona salute.
ESPN's presentation of the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Nike, proud to support women's hoops.
An extremely physical first half here at Vanderbilt in the Mid-East Regional, and the Lady Volunteers with a 6-point lead over North Carolina. Jessica Gaspar for the Tar Heels, the only one who required medical attention after the first half, outside of bumps and bruises. She had to have 8 stitches in her head. She had a cut in the first half and went out. Welcome back, everybody. Mike Patrick, Ann Myers. Glad you could be with us. And Shamiqua Holtzclaw, she never disappoints, but she could have had more than the 12 she had in the first half.
She played really well at the beginning of the first half. Teammates were getting her the basketball outside. She could penetrate to the basket. They opened things up, and she wanted the basketball. Her teammates responded by giving it to her. Then defensively, North Carolina sent different players on her. They really got physical with her. She had a tough time getting the basketball from her teammates, and Pat Summitt had her sit down for quite a while. As a matter of fact, she didn't score in the last 11:59.
North Carolina actually out-shooting Tennessee, 38-35. Tennessee, the best in the country at 48.5. Three-pointers, nobody has made one. Free throws, a big difference so far for Tennessee.
That's right, and against Rutgers, North Carolina had 36. They were 25 of 36 from the free throw line, and now they've only got 1 of 4 in this game.
Reed in the first half, 6.7 rebounds, but she also had 6 turnovers. Nearly another turnover there.
Dangerous
kicks
pass.
it back out.
Tennessee coming out in the zone, and
Teasley with a toe on the line. It's a 2-point shot.
North Carolina has shooters on their team, so Tennessee, if they're going to play that zone, they're going to have to put a lot of pressure on the perimeter.
Jolly and Randall, the starting backcourt. Catching, and it's stripped on the way up. Nice defense by Teasley. Gets it to Brown. Great pass inside and the layup for Chanel Wright. Excellent ball movement by the Heels. It's 10 points for Wright and a 2-point game.
And that's one of those turnovers off a steal. You get numbers out there, you have a better opportunity to score. Oh, nice backdoor.
Holtzclaw coming over at the last minute was right to get a piece of it. Saved and then thrown away. Loose again and saved by Holtzclaw. Boy, she was wide open. They didn't get her the ball in time. Shot clock doesn't recycle. It's down to 4. Off-balance jumper, short, and knocked out of bounds by Tennessee. Stevens, the last to touch it.
That's one of the few shots that Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Mike, has taken kind of out of balance, out of the offense. It was a one-on-one situation. Looked like she was tired.
Oh, that shot clock running down, you're under a lot of pressure. You got to put it up any way you can. Tennessee going full court, trying to trap. They throw it over the top. Teasley, great bounce pass to Reed. It's tied, and North Carolina will have a chance to take the lead.
North Carolina very patient, breaking that press of Tennessee, looking for the opening. And when the ball is in Nikki Teasley's hands, she has made some fabulous passes in the front court. Look at those bounce passes. And Teasley, Reed going down, getting it, good hands, and going up strong. With her, Reed just kind of float around, and nice bounce pass.
Right in stride to the All-American Reed, and she'll go to the free throw line. Chance for a 3-point play.
basically only had 2 assists in that first half, but had opportunities where her teammates didn't come through for her.
The discussion is about who actually got the foul.
This, you know, I get a feeling this is like a Final Four right here. This is a championship game. I really felt coming into this game that all season long, because the other teams got beat, Alabama got beat, Louisiana Tech got beat, but I thought if they got another chance, Connecticut got blown away, Old Dominion did, but I thought North Carolina had the athletes that could stay with Tennessee as far as their outside shooting and their ball handling.
Better than that right now, they have the lead. Holds claw. Misses the baseline jumper, kept it alive, but here comes Reed. 3-on-1. Clement back. Reed, great pass on the layup to Teasley. The Heels by 3.
Andrew Calder told us earlier that off the steals we have to keep Tennessee from running. Well, it's happening to Tennessee. They're getting the ball stolen from them and not getting back on defense.
The challenge has been laid down to the undefeated #1 Lady Vols.
And it's up to the 3 Meeks to step up.
9-0 run. Holdsclaw into the lane. Scoop shot. A lot of contact. No whistle. The follow is good, however, by Randall.
Holdsclaw holding her left arm.
Aren't going to be many charges tonight, are there? More contact. And what a shot. Chanel Wright got the roll. North Carolina again back up by 3.
Pat Summitt just really hot on the official. And her team really, they're going to call a foul. But Tennessee literally, on their offensive end, Mike, they've got to settle down and run their offense. Don't be so impatient. Just execute, set the screens.
Juana Brown picked up the personal, her first and the team's first in the second half.
This North Carolina team is very quick on defense, and they're anticipating where the screens are going to be set. So you as an offensive team have to be a little sharper in setting your screen up. Just don't run off it. You've got to kind of slide down and then pop off it.
North Carolina ball. The Tar Heels hustling for the loose ball. Reed again was ahead of the pack, and they couldn't see her. Right, nice skip pass. The miss by Teasley. Here come the Lady Volunteers. Randall all along.
She has been the spark of dynamite for the Lady Vols.
She has 14. The lead is cut to 1.
Themselves. Once the first passes come down court, Tennessee's got to run back down and help that 1 or 2 players that are down. North Carolina creating numbers.
Catchings with the foul. A McDonald's High School All-American sneak peek coming. A preview of college hoops by watching the McDonald's High School All-American game. The East led by future stars Ronald Curry and Jason Capel. The West by Tayshaun Prince. Wednesday at 8 Eastern on ESPN. It's always a great show. Tracy Reed, with those turnovers, the only thing marring her performance tonight.
She leads this team in turnovers a lot because of the fact that she handles the ball so much.
3-point lead again for the Heels. Not backing down from the heavily favored Volunteers. Holdsclaw, pull-up jumper at the baseline. That's her favorite. She has 14. The lead is cut to 1.
And that was very much within the offense, under control. Shamika Walker was guarding her. Can't guard her on the outside.
Reed, triple team, just throws up a prayer, and it's out of bounds.
One official saying it was over the backcourt, but here you see Walker on the outside at 6'3". She's not quick enough to guard Shamika Holdsclaw. There's a double team, but pulls up for the jumper. Very much under control.
Tennessee with a chance to regain the lead here. Holdsclaw, nice catch, slices into the lane, got it knocked away. Here come the Heels. Teasley to Brown. Missed the shot. Clement was right in her face. Brown with a foul.
You have to love how the Tar Heels are just running, and they don't look like there's any
another bucket. She has 16. The tempo is incredible for these teams. 15:38 to go in the game, and North Carolina leading by a point, and Teasley pleading her case to the officials. And now both teams are looking to say, hey, who called timeout? We didn't. But there's a timeout on the court. We'll be back in a moment.
Dear Felicia, congratulations to you on your last game. The interest you have shown in our school signifies your ambition to become a part of a rich history of education and athletics. Because you symbolize the best of what we look for in a student athlete, we would like to offer you a full scholarship to Stanford University.
I thought you were going to buy some Bud Light.
Do you see any Bud Light?
No.
Well then.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Where'd you find that one?
Behind the milk.
So, what are we going to do today, Matt?
Shave it off. All of it. Just...
Okay.
Oh, it's just this dandruff. It goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back.
Well, we can take care of that.
Head and Shoulders?
With regular shampoo, flakes can keep coming back. But Head and Shoulders helps prevent flakes before they start. You may never see flakes again.
And your hair looks great.
Glad I didn't do something stupid like shave my head.
Head and Shoulders changes dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
North Carolina trying to knock off Tennessee. They lead by one with 15:38 to go in the game, and their freshman backcourt's been tough.
Nikki Teasley and Juana Brown on a break situation, but North Carolina has numbers a lot in this game. Juana Brown misses it, but look at the persistence right here. Tennessee freshman, or I should say Tennessee Player of the Year last year in high school, coming away, and Teasley was out of Maryland, the Player of the Year. Both these players played on the Junior World Championship team along with Tamika Randall and Tamika Catchings. They were teammates this summer. Juana Brown, very confident player, very strong player.
Tennessee would like to get Holtzclaw untracked a little bit. She's only had 10 points, or 2 points rather, since the 10:58 mark in the first half. Teasley will come back into the ball game. And Brown will get a rest. Gaspar with those 8 stitches in her head is back in there for North Carolina.
She really turned things around for the Tar Heels
She did.
when she came in.
She's a real spark plug for him, a very emotional player. Dangerous pass, and Clement going for the steal, commits the foul.
And talking about Gaspar, she tore her ACL last year against Michigan State, and they didn't realize, the team, because this is a young team, young players didn't realize how much she meant to the team, and she didn't come back until the end of November and really turned things around for them.
She has struggled with her shot, but she gives them everything she can out there. 2-on-2. Reed nearly lost control of the dribble and then did. And that was Randall forcing her, and Reed is whooping about it. These officials are being very forgiving. I haven't seen players yelling at officials. Well, she's got a good
body contact.
She's really got a good argument there. She got bumped.
That's right. Well, you just hope they keep calling it both ways.
Gaspar with a rebound, feeds it underneath. Saved at the baseline by Walker. North Carolina still up by a point, 15 minutes to go.
Oh, wide open.
Great pass to Reed. Sensational pass inside. Tracy Reed has 13.
Tennessee talked about their defense staying low off that first pass. You saw the lane was wide open for Tracy Reed because Tennessee just shifted all above the free throw lane. Here you see the double team right here. Look at how high they came, and no weak side help going into the middle. Jeter was hanging back around the basket. Randall was too late.
And Reed got it over Gaspar the shot clock. Holt's ball. Slipped. Randall clobbered.
Holt's still trying to go one-on-one on the outside against Walker. Walker's not been doing too bad a job, but again, give credit to Sylvia Hatchell by sending different players against Shemiko.
Chanel Wright picked up the personal, a team's second in the second half.
We talked about the maturity of Shemiko Holsclaw, and I remember her telling us last year that she wasn't used to the double and triple teams that they were sending to her that she didn't have as a freshman. And so she's learned to adjust to that. And North Carolina, though, sending some really quick athletes on her, and physical athletes.
Randall at the line, she missed the first. Makes the second, the lead cut to 2. North Carolina has not backed down 1 inch against this pressure, except for a couple of short streaks. Done a great job. Reed, great hit fake. Tracy Reed with 15, and the lead is up to 4 for the Heels.
Once Reed gets in the lane, she's going up for that shot.
Ketchings trying to go one-on-one.
And you wonder, Mike, how long Tennessee will stay in that zone because they've been getting beat on it.
Holtzclaw pushed, no call. Fight for it on the floor. North Carolina trying to get the timeout, and they did. One official called jump ball. The other official said, no, I saw the timeout call first. And it's a 20. Tell you what, both coaches could really make an argument about shooters being fouled and dribblers being knocked off balance, and Pat Summitt is really limited. She had better be careful.
She is a veteran and definitely knows how to work the officials. She's been around a long time, been to a lot of regional tournaments, NCAA tournaments.
And as I said earlier, these officials have been rather forgiving.
With 14:04 left to go in this game, Sylvia Hatchell has really found a way for her team to break this press. And I'm curious to see the Lady Vols if they continue in the full court pressure.
North Carolina with a 10-point advantage here in the second half. Right into the lane, puts it up, won't fall for her. Jeter with a rebound, hustles it out to Randall.
Oh, they had it. They had a 2-on-1 break, and Randall missed Holsclaw on the break.
Chanel Wright reached in and committed the foul. That will be 3 on the junior from Baltimore, Maryland. And 3 on each team here in the second half. Randall hits the first. Coming into this game, needed only 31 points to pass Holtzclaw's freshman record, which was already beaten by Tamika Ketchings. So the 2 star freshmen are both going to surpass, it would appear, Holtzclaw's freshman scoring record. Short on the second one, got her own rebound, it's tied up. And I think this is going to be a foul on Gaspar.
And she's bleeding, they'll have to take her out, hopefully no more contact. But what a rebound.
Gaspar picks up the personal, and first you see the stitches over that left eye.
I think these Lady Vols learned some shots from Michael Jordan or something when they went to go visit us. Or I should say this year when they went into Chicago to play the ball.
Got to see MJ on that trip.
Well, he follows the Lady Vols. It's been a fun team to watch all year long. And again, there's been some great teams all season long, Mike, that probably haven't gotten a lot of recognition or people haven't had the opportunity to see.
Right.
And North Carolina is having a fabulous game tonight.
Well, television, quite naturally focusing on the programs that have made the most noise recently. Tennessee, Connecticut, Old Dominion, certainly. Stanford.
Right, and Gino Auriemma had a wonderful year, even though they got knocked out by NC State this year. To win 7 games in a row without Nikisha Sales really says a lot about their team. And Stanford had the 2 injuries to Vanessa Nygaard and Kristen Fogle. And Old Dominion just couldn't pull it together.
Hey, you really hate to see teams go down because they lose star players. Certainly Stanford lost 2 at once.
But it also shows you how much fun it's going to be to see some new teams in the Final Four.
Jeter lost the ball. Brown, great hustle down on the floor. They get it out to Reed ahead of the pack. Reed with a great stride now has 17, and the lead is back to 5. The biggest of the ball game for North Carolina, and they have thrown a wicked challenge at Tennessee.
Pat Summitt's defense is always the key on what gets their offense started. They're going to call a block on North Carolina. But right now, defensively, Tennessee has not been able to contain North Carolina. So you make some adjustments, because otherwise North Carolina is going to continue to run, and Tennessee's transition defense is not there.
Gaspar gets a second personal. First time since December the 12th they've been behind. They were way behind Illinois, and they threw on the pressure and just stopped them after that. Holt's call, jump hook won't go. Brown with a rebound. Randall with the foul, and now things have tightened up, it seems, from the officiating crew, and they seem to be calling things a little tighter.
But Tennessee tight on the offense. Randall 8 second-half points. Holtzclaw 2 second-half points. That's all the scoring that Tennessee Lady Vols have in the second half. Catchings has been totally out of the scoring for Tennessee, as Kelly Jolly has.
Holtzclaw has missed more shots in this game than I've seen her miss in 5 or 6 games that we've done of them in the last 2 years.
All it takes is one night to be off.
Pull-up jumper by Teasley won't go. Jeter to Randall. Catchings trying to work with the left hand. Good double team to keep her out. Holtzclaw left alone this time. Missed another shot. One and done for Tennessee.
And look at him kick it down.
Right. Got it. She's fouled.
Tennessee missing the shot. Only one shot at the basket. Rebounds, very important on the Tennessee T-shirts. It says offense sells tickets. Defense wins games. Rebounds wins championships. Crash your boards, and Tennessee's not doing it.
No, they're not. Pat Summitt knows that she's got a timeout. Teasley, nice outlet. They have run the floor so well, put themselves in a position to get the basketball for layups. They are playing better Tennessee basketball right now than Tennessee is. Timeout, back in a moment.
State Farm presents the rules of the game.
One of basketball's most frequently called violations is traveling. In this play, the player catches the ball and adjusts her position to shoot. Has she traveled?
What if your car slips off the road in Slippery Rock? Or you need the name of a mechanic in Mechanicsville? Well, if your car is insured by State Farm, just look up the local State Farm agent. Almost anywhere you travel, whether it's a big metropolis or just a little one, a good neighbor is always nearby to help. So if your car gets stolen in Thief River Falls, or you have some trouble in Paradise, hey, don't worry about it. State Farm is there.
The topic is traveling. In this play, the player receives a pass from her teammate. Without dribbling, she moves both feet to gain control of the ball. Traveling.
Rules of the game has been brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Some decisions are harder than others. The Chrysler Sebring LXI Coupe or the Sebring Limited Convertible. For the passionate side, fully independent suspension, speed-sensitive steering, multi-valve V6, and a luxurious leather-trimmed interior. The practical side, lease the convertible from just $299 a month. And on the coupe, get $1,000 cash back and luxurious leather at no charge. Some decisions are easier than others. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars.
North Carolina trying to stun the NCAA. They're leading Tennessee by 7, and it's been Tracy Reed having the big second half again.
She is North Carolina's all-time leading scorer, and one of the reasons you can see she gets herself to the basket. She is strong. She's not real thick. She's not real heavy, but boy, can she glide, and she's getting great opportunities from her teammates to get the ball from.
Reed with 11 in the second half. She had 17 in the second half against Illinois. She's not missed a shot. And Shamik Holzclaw, since 9:02 of the first half, has hit only 2 points and has missed 10 of her last 11 shots. She'll be on the bench as we hit the 12:34 mark. And Chanel Wright, a 77% free throw shooter, goes to the line trying to stretch this lead. Reed with a rebound. Loose ball off of North Carolina.
A good call by the official as far as who it went out of bounds on. They are banging.
Aren't they ever? Don't look for any touch foul if you're a jump shooter. Somebody's going to have to level you to get a call.
Coming out of this timeout, I'd really like to see if Tennessee can get everybody involved. Use the 30-second shot clock. Let and make North Carolina play defense on it.
Randall pull-up jumper short. Catchings with a rebound, and she goes down hard. Foul is on Chanel Wright. That's 4 on Chanel Wright, the only one in foul trouble for either team. That's the 16th foul against North Carolina. Tennessee has committed 5.
She's had a solid game, too, so far.
Teasley will come back in the ballgame. Let's see if it's right who goes out. It is.
That was a nice rebound by Catchings. They're going to have to try and get some offensive rebounds to get second and third shots, but what's happening is they don't come up with a rebound. They have nobody back on defense.
No, they need some easy baskets. They certainly haven't gotten it. Catchings again, draws a double team. She goes into the lane, lost the rebound. Another foul. It'll be in the 1-and-1 now.
And that's a big plus for Tennessee is the free throws. We talked about the free throws in the first half. Tennessee had more free throws and were more accurate.
Reed picked up her second personal at the 12:07 mark. Catchings better than 75% from the line. We saw our sister Taja playing for Illinois a couple of nights ago. It's the first, she'll get another, and even on free throws on the line, bodies falling everywhere.
Scrum.
Absolutely.
That's the first point in the second half for Tamika Catchings. She's been averaging 10 rebounds and 20 points in the NCAA tournament.
Number 3, Nicole Walker, in the North Carolina lineup.
Shanika Walker comes out of the ball game for the Heels. Catchings has been held far below her average, and both she and Holzclaw are going to have to step it up if the Lady Volunteers are going to make a comeback here.
You know, so many people have asked all year, I'm sure you too, Mike, is this the greatest team you've ever
Sure.
seen? Greatest team. So what happens if they lose? Does that still not make them a great team?
I think historically it does. It doesn't mean they're not a great team, but greatest of all time. Almost got the steal. Reed taking advantage of it, goes into the lane, did not get the roll. Offensive rebound, the follow. No call, a lot of body contact as Walker couldn't hit.
Okay, but both Walkers, Nicole and Shanika, have been really tremendous on defense for the Tar Heels. You know, we're talking about the Meek stepping up. I think a player like Kelly Jolly's got to step up, too.
There better not be anybody meek out there tonight. Just with a nickname, Jolly for 3. Teasley might have been a good decision there not to take the break and wait for help. See if they can find a way to get it to Reed down low again. Teasley trying to take it herself, blocked from behind. And a foul.
What the North Carolina players are doing on a one-on-one situation, they're taking Tennessee, and Tennessee is sliding with them to the basket. Look at Randall cannot cut it off, and they called the bump right there underneath, and there's no help. Catchings is too late getting over there, and Teasley said, oh, I learned from that layup that if I create contact, I get to the line.
Teasley to the line. She already has 6 assists. The second freshman ever to lead the Atlantic Coast Conference in assists this year. 5.5 a game. She'll get another free throw. 10 points. And the lead is back to 6.
And twice this year already she's had 11 assists in a game, and one of them was against Howard.
Well, Holtz Holtzclaw's had her rest. She's going to check in on this dead ball as the lead goes to 7, and they are going to need the consensus All-American to make a run here. Tennessee has missed its last 8 shots. They are down by 7. But remember, they can put on bursts, 15, 20 points in a row. They've done it consistently all year.
And this fan support is definitely pro-Tennessee. And earlier in the season, when Illinois was up 22, it was complete silence in that gym in Knoxville, and yet Tennessee came back.
Bad pass by Holtzclaw. Jolly got the steal, but she was standing on the baseline. Holtzclaw trying to dump it down to somebody, and there was nobody there. The 15th Tennessee turnover of the ball game.
So this is a Tennessee team that does know how to come back from being down. But you see, Holtzclaw really had the shot and maybe did a little bit too much with it. Was looking for the pick and roll, and it didn't happen.
And Ann, outside of a couple of short bursts, the pressure has not bothered North Carolina. Gaspar. Blocking foul on Tennessee.
Jessica Gaspar does some funny things with her body. She goes one way, the hips go another way, the legs go another way, because all game long, she has been working so hard when she gets inside to try and create contact. And you can see by the cut on her eye, but she gets good contact right there on Jeter.
5'7", she's got a lot of guts going in there. Nearly a 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio for her this year. She missed the free throw, and she's nearly an 80% shooter. And free throws are going to become much more critical as we get down the stretch.
She can score some points. She had 15 against Florida International.
53-45, 5 points for Gaspar, the biggest lead of the ball game. Will Tennessee make a run? Ace Clement down the lane, missed the shot after a great opportunity. Clement keeps it alive. No jump ball called. Tennessee has it. Shot clock is not recycled. It's at 9. Pat Summitt up telling her club. Holtzclaw trying to hold on to the ball. Missed another shot. That didn't touch the rim, and there's 1 second left on the clock. It doesn't matter. It's out of bounds to Carolina. If they lose this game, they will look back at the shots they had from the baseline, most of which they normally make and did not tonight. Teasley double team knocked away. Jolly hit by Teasley, and Teasley called for the foul.
You have to credit both teams going after the basketball. I mean, they're all nailing each other, but the intensity of going after it has been tremendous. Kelly Jolly knew it was coming, too.
Yes, she did. Funny, if you close your eyes, it still hurts just as bad.
It depends on where you get in. But this is a big plus for Tennessee as far as being in the bonus with this much time left in the game.
That was the 8th team foul against North Carolina. Jolly at the line. She'll get another.
And if Tennessee ends up winning this game, it's going to be at the free throw line.
Tennessee's at 12 out of 15 from the line. And here's the North Carolina doing such a great job outscoring Tennessee in the second half. Jolly makes them both. Teasley working against Clement, who forced a turnover the last trip along with Jolly. North Carolina trying to spread the floor. Nearly taken by Clement. Teasley, wide open. Barksdale missed the shot, and then Barksdale just with a tremendous push-off right in front of the official. I mean, there was no deception about that at all. Barksdale just fired her to the floor.
I tell you, players don't wear knee pads. Tamika Catchings has been all over this floor, mopping it up.
Well, knee pads are only going to save your knees. There's some other body parts that are getting roughed up tonight.
What those elbow pads? This isn't basketball players wear elbow pads.
Go get some hockey gear.
Warner Brown and Chanel Wright have been on the bench for North Carolina. Wright with 3 fouls.
Tennessee trying to make it back at the free throw line. They've hit the last 3 in short succession. Catchings missed the second. Here comes Brown. Knocked away, kicked out of bounds by Tennessee.
And I think that's a mistake by Ace Clement as far as off that missed free throw line. I think she's got to be further back off the top of the key in case North Carolina gets the rebound. She's got to turn around and play defense. If she's back already near the half-court line, then Brown can't do what she wants to do.
Brown guarded by Catchings. Gets it out to Teasley against Clement. Shot clock at 15. 9:08 to go in the game clock. Teasley, nice move, pull-up jumper. Tough shot by Teasley. She has 13. That's a pretty move she has.
She has the ability to do it, but she has not done it all season long as far as taking that charge attitude.
Jolly trying to go baseline and just forced it up, hit the bottom of the support. Reed the other way. And Tennessee playing uncharacteristically sloppy basketball.
What happens when you have your guard penetrate like that, somebody has to rotate back on defense, and Clement did not.
Jolly was wide open, did not take the shot, got it inside, and Holtzclaw was fouled.
Tracy Reed asking to come out. She's doing a lot of running. Nikki Teasley just with a little shake and bake move right here on Clement, just pulls up for the jumper even though she gets hit on the arm. Good concentration, but then on the defensive end, nice block on Kelly Jolly, but nobody back on defense. And Tracy Reed, who works out with Carter and Jamison from the men's team as far as their footwork and being down in the post, gets down on the fast break.
Holtzclaw misses the free throw. She has just had no luck since halfway through the first half. She's 6 out of 22 from the field. 5 rebounds, only 14 points. She had been averaging a double-double throughout the tournament. Hit the second free throw.
And as frustrating as that is, the great players get their teammates involved. You do other things. You rebound, you set picks, you pass the ball, you block out.
57-49. Teasley with Randall on her now. Gaspar, great catch to save it from going out of bounds.
That's a nice pass.
Barksdale. Barksdale went right around Jeter. The first 2 points for Barksdale.
North Carolina has basically been schooling Tennessee down on the block with a one-on-one situation.
Absolutely. Holtzclaw with another miss. The lead is 10. And the Tennessee faithful, there's got to be 14,000 of them here tonight, nearly filling this building with orange. They are stunned. And they've got every right to be. This team has beaten people by an average of nearly 32 points a game all year. They're down by 10. Gaspar with a leaner.
You like that little fake she made back and then came right back on the right side.
The lead is 12.
Tennessee is the lone #1 seed left.
Jolly in and out with a 3. Holtzclaw bounced it off Barksdale. You may be witnessing history here. Tennessee 36-0. They're down by a dozen.
Any news about when Toyota's spring saving event starts? Ask the expert. Right now. And the big news from your Toyota dealer just for this event is a first ever 4Runner lease of just $289 a month. Oh yeah, that's $289 a month for an equipped V6 4Runner. Great SUV, great deal. Now's the time. Need you now. Toyota's spring event absolutely ends March 31st. See your Toyota dealer, who's out to get you more car for less every day.
Hi, I'm Trace Atkins.
Leanne Rhymes. Dina Carter. Trisha Yearwood.
I'm Emilio.
Hey everybody, I'm Kenny Chesney and I'm on Great American Country, the country music video channel.
David Kurz.
I'm Mindy McCready.
I'm Neil McCoy.
Susie Boggess.
Hey everybody, I'm Ty Herndon and you're watching GAC, where we're bringing you more music, better country, right here on Cablevision Communications.
Hey, Netboy, tell my agent what you told me.
Well, if you access my Zone Games customized box score that compiles the player's net worth, you'll see that Mr. Salmon's RBIs put him well ahead of Sammy Sosa in fantasy baseball ranking. Yet, Sosa earns $5 million more.
What? Can you believe that?
Don't worry, Tim. I'll give Avasi on the blower.
Of course, Ted, it's just a fantasy baseball.
Shut up, Netboy.
Look, I'm your agent, Tim. Let me take care of this. Shut up, Netboy.
Tennessee normally holds its opponents to 36% field goal shooting in the second half. North Carolina is hitting 64%, while Tennessee has hit only 4 of 21 shots, and Holtzclaw has been ice cold.
That is a wow statistic, 19%. And we talked about the patience that Chamique Holtzclaw has shown coming into this game. Well, she's been impatient when she gets the ball. She's going up for the shot. She's off balance. North Carolina is really making her work hard. She's not looking to pass the ball, and that time she did, but Pat Summitt has told her in her frustration that you're looking to score, not to be an assist player.
Holtzclaw trying to rally the troops. She has missed 12 of her last 13 shots after a fiery start, where she had a dozen in the first 10 minutes. Tennessee in trouble, down by 12 with their 36-0 record and a shot at another Final Four on the line. Jeter with a bucket in the foul. It is always interesting to watch what coaches come up with off timeouts.
You bet. I mean, sitting here as a fan, I would think that every time, any level, any coach coming out of a timeout, you've got to score on your out-of-bounds play. But the ball is tipped, and then Reed is out of position. She tries to recover, but a good heads-up move by Jeter, attacking the basket, which is what North Carolina has done.
Foul was on Barksdale, her third, a three-point play. The lead down to single digits, and the crowd is right back into it. Barksdale over the top. They've done it consistently all night, beating the press by going over the top. Barksdale against Jeter. She missed, and the foul is going to be on Brown.
Sylvia Hatcher telling her players, hey, we got to be patient too. She's telling the officials a few things too. But again, the free throws, the penalty for Tennessee with this much time gives them the opportunity to fall back. There you see Warner Brown over the back of Chamique Holtzclaw, and we said about Chamique Holtzclaw doing other things, and Samika Randall, very emotional player, trying to get her team and the fans into it.
Holtzclaw 3 out of 4 from the line, and if you're trying to come back, and you've got to make just about every free throw to take advantage of it.
And it's going to be up to North Carolina to see how much they go to the free throw line towards the end of this game. The worst game shooting-wise, we said that in the second half, Tennessee is shooting 19%. The worst shooting percentage they had was 36% against Illinois, and came back and won that game by 10.
And if it comes down to taking the last shot, even though she has struggled, you can bet Holtzclaw is going to have the ball.
And that's what you want in a leader, somebody who wants the ball to take the last shot whether you win or lose.
3-on-1 as they beat the press. Brown to Reed. Over Jeter. Jeter may have influenced the shot, and the Heels lose it out of bounds. Boy, both coaches are working the officials as hard as they can. And if I'm an official, I either call a technical on everybody or I go get earplugs. They are really after it.
And when you're on the baseline like that, boy, those officials have no brakes at all.
No place to hide. And I mean, it's constant. When they're at that end, Pat Summitt's giving it to them. The lead was a dozen. It's down to 7. Catching. In and out. Jeter. Here they go. 7 straight for the Lady Vols. This is pressure on both teams.
Keep putting on in the backcourt, and North Carolina, what they've done all game long is break it. Gaspar, with those twists and turns, she looks so much out of control half the time going to the basket that she's going to fall to the ground. If Tennessee was smart, they'd just lay off her and let her do her thing.
I don't know how that wasn't a walk, but I'd have to see it again. Maybe it's a move she's worked on. It sure looked like she carried this one.
Here she goes inside. That was the crossover. The ball went high. But all you have to do is somebody that's only 5'7", stand in front of her. In position.
Gaspar is a 79% free throw shooter, but she has hit only 1 out of 3 tonight. A 7-0 run for Tennessee. That stops the run and makes it a 6-point ball game.
There's lots of time in this game, so Tennessee just be patient in the offense.
They've already cut the lead in half. This is Catchings, and they threw it away, and it's going to be saved by Clement. Shot clock's down to 9. Clement, great pass to Randall. She missed it, but tipped it in.
That's where Catchings is so tough with her leaping ability that she doesn't come down with the rebound. She just tips it in.
8 of the last 9 points for Tennessee. Reed hasn't touched the ball in a while. Desperate looking shot that time by Nicole Walker. Wouldn't go. Here comes Holtzclaw. And she got her feet tangled up with Gaspar. Gaspar's going to be hit with the foul. It certainly was not intentional.
No question. Incidental contact right there. Gaspar knew. A break situation for Tennessee. It takes them out as far as getting things going because they have not had too many fast break opportunities. You can see Shamika Holtzclaw goes, oh yeah, I got my tongue out. Is this another Michael Jordan thing? She thinks she's got the break going, and then all of a sudden it stops. But she's going to the free throw line.
Where she is 5 out of 6. There's a timeout on the court, and the crowd is on its feet because Tennessee, which looked dead in the water down 12, has found the spark.
Okay, like you said, how do they come back?
35-25, the edge for North Carolina, and you were saying, how do they come back? Well, they've done it. Tracy Reed with a huge ball game, 19 and 11, but she has been silent lately. Tennessee only 6 out of 24 from the floor. Holtzclaw is 6 out of 23. But you don't get a reputation as the best team in the country or maybe the best team ever unless you can come back in these situations.
There's different ways to come back, and what the free throws have established for Tennessee, it has stopped the running game for North Carolina. North Carolina was breaking the press. They were getting fast break opportunities, but it's kept also the ball out of Tracy Reed's hands. And that's what I was going to say when I thought we were.
Holtzclaw hits the first.
I think.
You're too honest. I thought we got away with it. It's a 2-point game. This is a heck of a run by Tennessee. 11-1, the last 2. Oh, wait, here's the steal. It's time. Clement got it to Holtzclaw. And almost another steal. Really laying this press on now.
It'll be interesting to see how North Carolina comes out of it because the fans were into it before. Tennessee was playing hard, but North Carolina was able to come out of it too. They've got to continue to play defense and look to get good passes. That time, they passed it right into the hands of Shamika Catchings and waited for the double team to be right on them. They've got to be smart in breaking the press like they were earlier.
They had great success throwing the ball over the top. Let's see if they can do it again. Stolen by Holtzclaw. Tennessee takes the lead.
Sylvia Hatcher wants the timeout, and her teammates, their players can't hear her because she's down on the other end.
Holy cow, what a run by Tennessee. Here comes Wright. What an answer by Wright to tie it at 64. That was a cold-blooded shot.
Big-time shot. Warner Brown just left the offensive player go. Randall just took advantage of the baseline.
Randall such a great game.
She has led the ACC in scoring the last 3 years. She was the ACC Player of the Year the last 2 years. She's a Kodak All-American, and I don't know how long it's been, but she has not touched the ball for North Carolina. And I don't think it's been due to the Tennessee defense per se.
No, she was wide open on the last play when Wright took the shot. It was an air ball. And it's a travel on Holt's ball. The turnover gives North Carolina an opportunity to get it back. 3:31 to go. Tennessee down by a dozen as Reed taken the lead.
From the family of minivans that have won more total awards than any other, with an available 4th sliding door, standard air conditioning, roomy 7-passenger seating, and easy-out roller seats. With all this, you may think it's one of the most expensive minivans you can buy, but it's not. It's the lowest priced minivan you can buy, Plymouth Voyager. Now get $1,000 cash back on Grand Voyager, only at your Chrysler and Plymouth dealer.
I always knew it was a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Fortunately, she was dressed for the occasion.
Lee riveted flares, the new look of Lee.
How do you separate knowledge from noise? Call Invesco. 38 no-load funds, 65 years experience, a global perspective. You should know what Invesco knows.
Tennessee by 2, 3:31 to go in the ball game, and it has been Tennessee's defense that brought them back from a 12-point deficit. They have forced 19 turnovers. They have averaged better than 20 in the tournament. 16 points off of those turnovers. And I'll bet you, even though all the people in here are so faithful to Tennessee and that they had to start to wonder when they were down by 12 if they were going to make it back.
No question about it. As far as they were not into their offense, they were not into their defense, they were getting beat. And then all of a sudden, like you said, Mike, they turned their defense around, their press started working, and now North Carolina just has to take their time and really read what the defense is going to give them, but also read their #1 player, get her the ball.
17-5 run. In just a little bit over 4 minutes. It was 61-49 with 7:34 to go in the game.
And the rebounding also has been a big key. Tennessee's gotten a lot stronger and tougher on the boards.
Let's see if Reed actually gets to touch the basketball on this trip.
North Carolina was trying to run a weave. Going to call the foul on Shamiko Randall. And now it's North Carolina in the penalty.
From now on, all common fouls will be 2 shots.
But that was a big difference. I really thought in the game, like, to get that run going. At 12-minute mark, Tennessee went into the penalty. They were shooting free throws. They stopped the running game of North Carolina and were able to get back into it, and then got the run going.
Carolina as a team is at 9 out of 15 now. Chanel Wright knocked that one down. She's 1 of 2. She can tie it with 3:16 to go. She had 25 2 nights ago against Illinois when Reed was really shut down in the first half. We're tied. 18 points for Chanel Wright, who has really stepped up big in the tournament.
Nicole Walker and Shamika Holzclaw again on the outside.
Catchings working down low, shift to the right hand, missed it. Holzclaw is pushes as she comes over the back. Holzclaw picks up her 4th foul.
You know, Catchings is a 3-point shooter. She can stand still and shoot it. She can dribble, put on the floor, and pull up the jumper. Holzclaw, on the other hand, she's about 12 feet in for the shot. She's getting the ball on the outside with Walker on her. Then we're going to see Holzclaw going off the back. But on the offensive end, when the ball, Mike, she's trying to do one-on-one against Walker, and maybe penetrating a little too deep, and that's where Walker's getting her help from.
Reed got the shooter's roll on the first one. 20 points for Tracy Reed. In the tournament so far, 33, 17, 20, and 20. Missed the second on a one-point lead. Catchings with a rebound at Clement. North Carolina has regained the lead. Clement goes down the lane, puts it up short. Holtz ball with a foul, no basket but a foul.
I would say that was not a great shot by Clement because of the fact that nobody was down there to help her out, but fortunately, Holtzclaw was able to get the rebound. She was in the right position. Here she comes, knowing that Clement's going down the lane. Nice grab.
Foul was on Nicole Walker, her third. Check at her fourth. Holtzclaw ties it. She has hit 8 of 9 from the free throw line and has 24 points. So we talk about what a poor shooting game she's had so far, and she now has 25. You just knew she was going to come through for him in the clutch.
The great players, even when they don't score points, all of a sudden you look at the box score at the end. It's like, where did they get them from? Because they work so hard, not only on the offensive end, but the defensive end to create those shots for themselves.
It's amazing that Reed just hasn't gotten the basketball. Here's the turnover. They threw it too high to Gaspar.
Out of those free throws, Tennessee dropped into that zone, and North Carolina really didn't pick it up. No penetration, and a long pass to Gaspar when she couldn't handle it.
Tough to win when you make 20 turnovers. That's what North Carolina has done tonight. Tennessee leads by only a point. 2:21 to go in the ball game. The winner goes to the Final Four. Tough catch inside. The shot won't go. And the rebound in North Carolina right with the ball. Reed pointing at Teasley. She said, I'm going to go in here. I'd like to get the ball. Just had a screen for Teasley. Gaspar. She lost it. And Sylvia Hatchell was just livid at the official. For she and Pat Summitt have both been livid a lot tonight.
34 out of the 36 games that Tennessee has played, they've had on their opponent 20 or more turnovers.
Catchings. Jeter in the post. Holtzclaw.
And that's the outside shot.
Jeter. Boy, she's hit some huge shots in the second half. Jeter has 11.
The offensive glass has been very important in the second half for the Lady Vols.
The lead is 3 for Tennessee. Their 36-0 record on the line. Gaspar. Again, Reed has not touched the ball.
Sylvia Hatcher can't believe because Jessica Gaspar does that double clutch shot, and she tries to draw the fouls, and she doesn't get called for anything as far as going in there.
Tennessee working on the clock. There's about a 25-second difference, game clock and shot clock. And here is a holding foul called on Nicole Walker. She's going to foul out of the ball game.
I really think on that last possession, too, as far as North Carolina, as much as they wanted to get to Reed, she was working hard, but they couldn't get it down to her.
Outside of the free throw, she got on a rebounding foul. I don't think in 5 minutes she's had the ball on the offense. Timeout, 37.8 to go. Tennessee trying to survive.
There's a company out there in the business of moving things. But it's not a railroad. It's a company that moves the most precious cargo of all. Your ideas. It moves them via long distance, wireless, video, internet, airphone, directories, and local telephone lines. It's a company you might have thought was just a telephone company.
Gee.
Until now. GTE.
It is grounded in the belief that for ideas to take flight, they must have wings. The all-new Chrysler Concorde LXI, with a 225 horsepower engine so advanced, it provides more power yet uses less fuel. Chrysler Concorde, built on the belief that great cars appeal to a more passionate side. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars. Lease an all-new Chrysler Concorde LX for just $309 a month.
ESPN's presentation of the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Plymouth. More fun, more cars. That's Plymouth.
70-67 Tennessee with 37.8 seconds left to go in the game. They had been down by a dozen. Here's the basket that put them up by 3.
Teresa Jeter, one of the Fab Four, 6'3" freshman, with a big rebound, her 8th of the game, and her 11th points of the game. The offensive board for Tennessee in the second half in their comeback have had the opportunity to get second and third shots to go down.
Jeter did it the other night with her shot blocking ability. Tonight it's been points and rebounds. She has come up huge in the second half. And now Holtzclaw can make it a 2-possession game. She has hit 9 out of 10 from the line.
She struggled from the floor in the second half, but the free throws she's pretty confident. Going up there.
26 points for Holtzclaw. 2-possession game with 37.8 seconds. There's the reset, both in the double bonus. North Carolina down to 1 timeout. This has been a miraculous Tennessee comeback. They were down 61-49. They have outscored North Carolina 23-6 since then. Reed finally has it, but she's 22 feet away from the bucket.
Matchup zone.
Right with a huge 3 and a timeout. Oh, what a clutch shot by Chanel Wright. She's only a 30% long-range shooter, but that one was dead.
She takes a lot of them. That's her 130th, so. But what a unbelievable clutch basket at that particular time. Didn't hesitate. Reed felt like she was not into the offense, wasn't getting the shot because of that 2-3 zone. And Holtzclaw's like, yeah, come back down. Okay, we got to get it back.
That is the first 3-point shot that either team has hit tonight.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
I like that. Three-point line is exciting, but I think that it has totally taken away shot selection for players. They don't play smart all the time as far as the kind of shots they should take.
It has made the 12-foot jump shot almost obsolete. I mean, you either want a layup or a 20-footer, and it's beginning to get more and more difficult to find somebody who can make that 10 or 12-foot jumper, which used to be a staple in a lot of offense.
But what a time to hit a great three-pointer and bring them right back into it with 21 seconds left, only down by 2.
All right, here's the situation. Both teams with 10 team fouls, so we'll have, or more than 10 team fouls. So it'll be 2-shot fouls from now on. If you're North Carolina, how much time can you afford to let go off the clock going for a steal before you foul?
First of all, you've got to go for the steal. You've got to try and get the quick steal or tie it up for a jump ball. And if Tennessee's smart, they pass it around and keep it out of the hands of North Carolina. You cannot afford to let too much time off the clock. Tennessee's been shooting very well from the free throw line down the stretch.
And of course, you would like to get it to somebody like Holtzclaw, who has been so hot from the line, and let her handle the ball if they can't pass it around. To be the last chance for North Carolina, they need the basketball. Into Kelly Jolly, and Jolly fouled immediately with 19-9. Jolly's an 82% free throw shooter. She is 2 of 2 tonight. SportsCenter follows us immediately. We have 19-9 on the clock. Pat Summitt hoping her team can get to 37-0 and into the Final Four. And just a few minutes ago, it didn't look like they were going anywhere near Kansas City unless they bought a ticket. They were down by a dozen.
Jolly 10 of 10 in the tournament.
Perfect. This one would make it a two-possession game with 19:9 left. Perfect on both. Jolly, who was on the all-tournament team in the Final Four a year ago, comes through in the clutch. North Carolina's got to hurry.
Too much time. They needed to get it down quickly because you could go 2 points. You don't have to go 3.
Chanel right to the baseline. Reed gets it, kicks it back out. Teasley misses with a 3. It's an air ball and out of bounds.
They had 21 seconds, Mike. I think quickly you've got to get it up the floor because, as you said, 2 possessions. It doesn't matter whether it's a 3 or 2, and they didn't do it.
5.1. And here's a hold as Holtzclaw was trying to get away. And Tennessee can ice it if they haven't already at the free throw line.
Well, last year this team was a Cinderella team, winning the national championship with 10 losses. And this year they're the Glamour Girls.
Shamika Holtzclaw, the consensus All-American, 27 points, which is her tournament average. Even though she did not shoot well from the floor, she's been nearly perfect from the line and right on the verge of another double-double. She's made her last 7 free throws. And Tennessee, probably with their greatest challenge of the entire season, will go 37-0, and they can book the reservations for Kansas City and a run at another national championship.
North Carolina showed great heart in this game.
They played beautifully, and that's it. Tennessee has survived the night. A tremendous challenge by North Carolina. They put up a tremendous battle, and only the 3rd team this year that has been beaten by less than double digits by the Lady Volunteers. Wonderful game.
Just from the get-go, it was defensively for both teams. They were strong. Then teams would rebound, block shots, bodies flying all over the place. But the intensity level was definitely a final game.
There's the sign, 529 miles to Kansas City. It must have seemed a lot longer away just a few minutes ago. 3 of the 4 are in. North Carolina State, Louisiana Tech, and Tennessee, the 4th team to be decided at midnight on ESPN tonight with Duke and Arkansas. Once again, the final score, 76-70 Tennessee. For Ann Myers, this is Mike Patrick, our entire ESPN crew. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for Sports Center. You're watching ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Good night from Nashville.